Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Horizon Forbidden West. I'm so excited for this. A few of you asked to do a Let's Play series, so I'm going to give that a try. Let's Play is tough because there's, some big names in that space, but we'll give it a try and see how you guys like this. And maybe if there's like a subset of people that like this, I'll move it to a separate channel if it's kind of not doing well in the main channel. But anyway, leave me your thoughts on that. I have played, just to let you guys know, I have played a little bit so far just to get a sense for like how long the intro is, because I was seeing things about how the intro was actually pretty long, and it does seem like it is. So this first part's probably going to be longer, and then maybe the second part also, and I'll try and break it down into like 20 or 30 minute videos after that. So all I've done really here is play for a couple hours in the beginning intro, and I've adjusted some of the settings, but we're going to start straight from the beginning and let's dive into it. We'll go normal difficulty for now, and I'll probably bump that up to hard or very hard pretty quick. A lot of haptic feedback in the controller.
I'm running out of time, Elizabeth. The land is dying. People are suffering. Soon, they'll starve. All because of a terraforming system that's spiraling out of control. And only I can fix it. Only I have your genetic code. It won't be long before we hit the point of no return. And then... extinction. I've been searching for months for what I need. A backup of Gaia. The AI you designed to control the system. But every time I think I have a lead, it comes to nothing. And every night, I have the same dream. I'm walking under a brilliant night sky, through a field of flowers. And when I arrive at the center, I see you, Elizabeth. Waiting for me. Even though you've been dead for 1,000 years. You're the closest person I've ever had to a mother. And for a moment, I feel whole. But it never lasts. I'm always left alone. This world is your legacy, Elizabeth. I won't let it slip away. The valley below is my only remaining lead. My last hope to find the backup. I'll do whatever it takes to get it. I promise.
Hey, Varl.
Varl?
If it isn't Aloy, the savior of Meridian, anointed of the Nora.
You know I hate being called that stuff.
Well, consider it a punishment for running out on us the very same night we beat Hades.
I grew up an outcast. Remember, I'm not much for parties.
Yeah. But that one was in your honor. Just saying. So, what are we doing? Must be urgent since you left so fast. Delving into ancient ruins? Or maybe it has something to do with the Blight.
Both, actually, but, I should...
Oh no. I've been tracking you a long way. It's okay. After everything you've done to help the Nora and my family, I swore an oath to help you, no matter what. You're stuck with me now. Like bark on wood.
Okay, but if you're going to come with me, you'll need to be able to see what I see.
Ooh. Extra focus.
Focus. Never thought I'd get your second sight.
I'll give you another one later and show you how to back up your data.
Data?
Information on the device. We've got a lot to cover. I'll have to explain everything as we go.
Data? What's data?
You see like this all the time?
Since I was a little girl. Come on. Shall we? All right, I got a couple of scrapes on the way here. We should find some medicinal plants, stock up. So it's time for your first lesson with the focus.
Sounds good. Let's get started.
Ooh, look at that transition. Nice. Also, guys,
These
just
plants
so
don't
you
look
know
like
from the
ones in
start,
the sacred lands.
The focus helps you see the ones we need. There. Those plants by the stream should do the trick.
plants look a little different. But what I was going to say is, just so you guys know, I'm doing this on the 60 FPS performance mode. I played with the full resolution mode a little bit, and I just can't handle the 30 FPS. So I'd be curious to know if you guys can see a difference in like the visual quality. But I mean, look at this. Even on performance mode, this just looks so good. You know, I think they did such an awesome job with this. There's so many more plants and so much more detail everywhere, and the motion of everything. Oh, it just looks so good. And the water. I mean, that's the biggest thing I can't keep getting over, is how good the water looks.
Ugh.
Bitter?
Okay.
Yeah, well, at least they make you
A few
feel
more
better.
plants here.
All right, we should keep going.
Might want to grab more of these plants along the way.
Yeah, good idea.
Good idea, Varl. So this
Look
is
there.
the blight.
More of the blight.
Come on. Let me examine it. There we go.
Some of the blight is... it's peeling off. Dead skin. Is that how it spreads?
Ugh.
Those ruins. That's where we need to go.
I see a few ways down.
We'll take
What
the
are
zip
we
line.
after exactly?
The backup? Well, it's an AI. It's hard to explain. Think of it like a set of instructions that can fix the world.
Sounds complicated.
I don't know who put these ropes here, but we can use the line to slide down.
Oh, I actually didn't notice this. The
Noticed
first time.
you're
Can I jump to
traveling
that?
light these days.
Yeah, I ran into some trouble on the way here. Lost a lot of my gear.
So just pulsing your right thumbstick lets you see all this climbing. All these climbing like nodes. Which is pretty cool. And there's way more of them. I mean, I think functionally the climbing still works the same as basically in Zero Dawn, but there's way more of it, so it feels a lot more free. And I've also noticed there's a lot of plants like on ledges and stuff, and the edges of cliffs that you kind of need to climb down to get. And there's a lot of different types of plants I found, even in just this starting area. So we're gonna see like what all the crafting options are with that. This will damage you a little bit if you like stay in it for a little while. It's kind of slowly ticks away your health. This blight. See, I'm losing a little bit of health there just standing around it. Oh, some machines.
Salvaging machine carcasses as usual. And there they go.
Looks like they left a carcass behind.
And look at how much detail they did on this. It's crazy. How much foliage and like vines and moss. It just looks awesome. Even on the performance mode. Here, I'll switch actually for you guys quickly to...
A lot of arrows in that machine. Better
I'll switch real quick to the resolution mode, just so you can see the difference. I mean, you can see how much blurrier it is to move around, but if I just stay still, you can tell. I mean, it's clearer, there's more detail. The volumetric lighting effects are definitely boosted. But I honestly don't think that performance mode looks that much different. And the 60 FPS is just so nice. It looks like Ridgewood now is like this white bark color. This over here. So that's it kind of looks cool, more like tropical. I'm liking it.
Someone took down this machine recently.
Who else would come here?
I don't know. We better craft some arrows of our own. There might be trouble up ahead.
Good thing we already picked up some Ridgewood.
It's so cool that
All right.
Varl like follows you around.
Now to craft some arrows.
Craft some arrows. So that works the exact same as last time. You just open up your weapon wheel and
Done.
hit X for
Me
that.
too. Arrows ready. There's a ladder, but can't reach it from here.
Nothing a well-placed arrow can't knock free.
That did it.
Just have
So
to
there's,
target the
even in just this opening area, guys, I noticed there's a lot of more like little environmental puzzles like that, which I think is an awesome addition. I mean, Horizon's just a great game for that type of stuff, and that was one of the things I was a little disappointed with.
What was this place?
Here, we'll listen to Varl for a second.
I don't know. The transmission... The, message I found didn't say. Only that a backup might be here. We need to find a way in. So, what happened after I left Meridian?
Well, there was a fuss when people realized you were gone. But then some of us figured you only would have left if it were for something important.
You were right about that.
Well, I was just going to say, I wish there had been more environmental puzzles in Zero Dawn, so I'm happy to see them here. It's pretty cool. Here's another type of plant. Jungle goldthorn. Also, like, the little icons for resources don't necessarily pop up until you pulse your focus, I noticed. So the environment looks a little bit cleaner without the icons
Not
around.
getting through that way.
But it's also like harder to find stuff, obviously, because it's not marked for you all the time. So I find myself just like kind of pulsing a lot to make sure I'm not missing special plants and loot boxes and things like that.
Down this way. Get to the grass.
Never seen one of those before.
Me neither. Those dead machines have it on alert.
How do you want to handle it?
The focus can help us. We can scan the machine before we make our move.
Okay.
So this is the new, like, you have to hold
See how
down
parts of it are glowing? Those are its weak spots.
your right trigger
Got it.
to get the regular scanning, or
It's
the regular
on.
focus mode.
It's a weak spot.
Right.
And then you can move through the different components on there, and it like auto tracks, this is pretty cool. I really like this. So you don't have to go all the way into the machine catalog to get information. So obviously, like, these are kind of like watchers. So the eye's a weak point,
Okay, concentrate.
and we missed. They hit you hard too. I've like. The early machines can
Find
hit
anything good?
pretty hard. I mean, that was
Few
true
supplies.
in the
Another
first game
one's coming.
too, but I feel like it's even more true here. Like, they just really can smack you. Where's the other one? Here we go. And you don't really have hunter reflexes anymore, which I personally like used a lot. So I'm still getting used to like using concentration more instead of hunter resources or hunter reflexes. But I think melee is really your best course of action here. You do have like critical
How
hit
does
right
the
off the
focus
bat.
know all that?
It reads data on the machine.
Like a hunter studying its prey?
Yeah, kind of.
Just gonna collect some resources here.
So after the fuss over me leaving, what did everyone else do?
Well, as soon as the celebration was over, my mother led the rest of the Nora home. The Sun King put his people to work rebuilding the city, and I set out to find you.
You can see stuff's getting sent to your stash too there when I'm picking up all this extra Ridgewood. That's pretty cool. I haven't really gotten to the point where I
Someone
can
shot this machine too.
access the stash.
Another ladder. I need to shoot off the lock.
I haven't really gotten to the point where I can access the stash, but I think that's a pretty cool mechanic, even just reading about it before the game came out. So you can gather resources and not have to worry about, you know, interrupting whatever you're doing to go get like 400 Ridgewood at some point, or a bunch of berries. So we'll see how that works when we get there.
You said you've had a focus since you were a child, right?
Yeah. Found my first one when I fell into a ruin. Got the others from an old cache not long ago. It's good to have extras.
So Aloy's been like exploring ruins and stuff and found more focuses, which I think is a pretty interesting little tidbit of information.
Through here.
Going into a ruin of the old ones.
Welcome to the
God
Far
has
Zenith
protected
launch
us.
facility.
Far Zenith? I know they made some tech trades with Zero Dawn, but why would they have a backup of Gaia?
Please
We'll be
register
okay.
with reception for the tour.
I guess they want us to check in with them?
I find this really interesting that we're going to learn more about
Please
Far
hold
Zenith.
for identiscan. Access denied. Please wait here for personnel to assist you. Dr. Sobek.
Okay. I guess they weren't on great terms with Elizabeth. Well, let's find a way in.
So if you guys didn't know, I think Varl's going to try to get in here. Hold on, this is kind of funny.
Please hold for identiscan. Access denied. Credentials not recognized.
I guess it doesn't like me either.
Yeah, I don't think so, Varl. Anyway, I was going to say, if you guys don't know what Far Zenith is, or don't remember exactly what it was from all the data points in the first game, it's basically a spaceship that was supposed to go to like another planet to take people from Earth there, you know, when Earth was kind of dying and being overrun with all the issues that were happening in the history of like the first game. So Far Zenith was like it was a government project at first to go to another planet, and then like some rich people took it over
I should be able to pry this open. This climbing gear. Guess someone dropped in from above.
It really improved the haptics of like the trigger resistance too, which is awesome. I think it's really cool to like draw bows and pull open doors like that. You can really feel the resistance, which I think is just really cool. Let's get these resources real quick.
Ugh, what's that stench?
Whoever left this here might have also shot those machines we found earlier.
So where are they now?
Entire camp. Wiped out. They must have come here to delve for scrap.
Acid. That explains the smell. And it looks like something big came in from above.
Crashed right through the camp. And then through the wall. I should take a look at the rubble in that gap. Whatever came through here brought this down as it went out. If I can dislodge some of the debris, we might be able to squeeze through. Maybe I can find something to help in the camp.
Aloy, over here. I think I got something. It's some kind of Oseram prototype, I think. This hook looks like it can latch onto things.
And this gear pulls it back.
It looks broken, but maybe we can repair it. Hook it to the debris.
And pull it out. That could work. The focus can help us search the camp and identify anything we can use to fix the tool. My focus picked up a couple of things to check out.
Scan Varl real quick.
Poor
Yeah, I'm
guy.
really interested how this acid
Burned right through his armor.
how this acid is going to work as a new like elemental. I didn't get too far with that, so
Part of a machine. Could help fix the gears.
it's the other part we need. I think so.
Machine cable. Stronger than rope. Alright, I think I have what I need to repair the tool.
Okay, yeah.
Or maybe even make something better.
So this is the
You
first
could use this
workbench. Thanks, Varl. This is the first workbench that I think you find, and I think the workbenches are a cool concept, but I believe when we get further, like you can craft things more cheaply here. Not really sure quite yet, but right now we just have to craft the Pullcaster.
There. Pullcaster. Now to test it on the debris.
Pullcaster is a versatile tool that allows you to manipulate objects in the environment that have a graded pattern. So like these things over here that are glowing. So this is kind of a weird combo you have to do to get it out. But that you have to do like L2 and then triangle, and then R2 to actually rope things with it, and then you have to pull back while you're holding on R2. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to. But to use it to like jump around, I got to the point where like there's a different command for that, so that's good. It's not as clunky as this. This is just for like pulling things.
That worked better than I thought. Well, it doesn't look like there's an easy way out of here. I should scan the area. We have to find a way to keep going.
Huh. What's this thing for?
Data console.
What's this?
Let's see.
Whoa.
Good morning. I'm Oswald Dalgard, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to Far Zenith. Forget what you think you know about us. Our truth is simple. We say reach for the stars, even if you have to cross 8.6 light years of space to get there. Please proceed into the auditorium, where we'll unveil our plans.
All right.
Wonder what's in this auditorium.
Pulse didn't turn up much. Guess we'll find out.
This auditorium. Varl's learning all the old world lingo. Okay, yeah, so this here... Oh, they want me to scan stuff, I guess. So this is a grapple point.
I might be able to get up there.
I got this far before. So you can use the Pullcaster on these, and you just double tap jump. Which is like, that's really intuitive. I'm really glad that that's how that works.
That worked?
That Pullcaster's useful. Too bad there's only one.
Don't worry, I'll find you another way up.
I was worried when you first get the Pullcaster there that you'd have to do this goofy combo to use it, but you just double jump, which is like really, really intuitive. So that's good. Oh, didn't get the jump there. Go back around. I forgot I turned on, I have it on auto run by default, so I don't have to actually click my left stick to run. So that's a good setting that you can turn on if you just want to always be able to run right away. Whoa. You see all these little X's of like, these aren't things you can climb. So you see a lot of that. Drop the ladder.
There you go, Varl.
Thanks.
Oh, so cool.
Humans, Homo sapiens, us. We have always pushed the boundary as explorers, pioneers, trailblazers. And now Far Zenith is taking the next leap into the future. That's why we're proud to have resurrected the Odyssey. What our governments abandoned in orbit, Far Zenith will actualize in less than a decade. But that's only the beginning. When the ship is complete, we will send the Odyssey and her crew where no one's gone before. The Sirius system. There, we'll create humanity's first off-world colony. The Odyssey may take 300 years to reach it. But when we look up at the night sky, we'll know they're on their way. And in the words of our founder, the late Peter Chimvumbe, the truest form of immortality is...
Data corrupt. Playback stopped.
The old ones could fly through the sky? Between the stars?
Well, yes. Sort of. That ship, the Odyssey, it never made it to the other star. Something went wrong, and it blew up.
We're blowing Varl's mind here.
Is that why Elizabeth gave them a backup of Gaia? For their colony?
Error. Public presentation file corrupted. Member recruitment file available. Do you wish to reactivate?
Yeah. Reactivate. Let's see what else they had to say.
We all know the projections. Economic instability, new biocontagions, rampant AIs. How long before another catastrophe creates unacceptable risk for the world's elite? We here at Far Zenith believe, escape the inevitable. And so we reach for the stars. Now you've seen what we're building here. Infrastructure to support the Odyssey's construction. A state-of-the-art data center to facilitate rapid technological advancements. And you've seen how we're managing public perception. So invest and join us. Claim your berth on the Odyssey. Preserve your way of life beyond the concerns of Earth.
Well, they were right about the world ending. I just didn't know how. Yet.
So everything they said back there about the next step for humanity, it was all a lie. These people only cared about saving their own skin.
Yeah, well, didn't work out for them in the end.
Oh,
That
Varl.
Oswald guy mentioned a data center.
Varl's so innocent.
There. The backup. It should be stored in there.
Won't be able to swim across.
I guess we'll have to find a way around. Come on.
So I guess I got that a little bit wrong before. The original project was called the Odyssey. And then the Far
The
Zenith
wilds
is
have really grown over this place.
a group of rich people that took it over. Oh. Didn't notice this before. Some loot up
Show
here.
off.
Yeah, Aloy's a little bit of a show-off, Varl. He'll get used to it.
My focus might be able to help here. Trick? Deeper into the creepy ruin we go.
Also, just so you guys can see, this is just like the starting area on the map. Obviously, this is not the whole map, so we're in like a tutorial island, basically.
Above us.
Ooh.
What is that thing?
Might have been what killed those Osram. Keep your guard up.
Oh, my guard is up.
Up here. Careful. Don't want those things to call in some friends from underground. Let's take them quietly. You take the left one. I'll deal with the one on the right.
Okay. Moving up.
I need to sneak up on it to take it out with my spear. Can't let it see me. I should scan it first. Check its patrol path. Okay, there's its patrol path.
in position.
Get closer
Ready when you are.
and stay out of sight.
So this is cool. This is the game basically telling you that you have Silent Strike right off the bat. You don't have to unlock that, which is nice. This guy's looking right at us, so we can't quite do it right now, but I was wondering about like which skills we'd have to begin with. So there we have Silent Strike, which is really nice. Did you get yours, Varl? Yep. You got it.
Mine's down too.
Sounds good, Varl.
More of those machines ahead.
Nothing you and I can't handle.
These guys burrow away from you. Oh. And they like chuck plasma and rocks at you or something. It's I've been finding that like heavy hitting them and then critting them, critical striking is kind of the best way to handle them. Although, it is nice to knock this thing on their backs off if you can. Oh, I thought he dived underground again. Now he did. Let's just finish him off here.
Got them all.
Oh, we did knock off the resource
I've been meaning
container,
to
yeah.
mention.
So these guys have little resource
Noticed you have
containers
New
on their
look
backs.
these days?
Yeah, I know. Didn't have a lot of time to shave when I was trying to catch up to you. Don't worry, it's not permanent.
Good.
Sorry my whiskers offend you, anointed.
Aloy doesn't like Varl's beard. It's pretty funny. Good. Shave it off. This scoundrel. Shave it off, you heathen. Is there more stuff up here? Yeah. So I also noticed, like, in the bottom left here where your healing and everything is, it looks like you can hold 10 berries there. So there's not like a bar of healing that you have underneath your health bar anymore. You just have like, it looks like you can hold 10 berries, which I assume you can upgrade that. Oh, look at this. Is this here when I played originally? Fox?
Looks like this little guy got caught up in the blight. I couldn't escape.
I hope it didn't suffer long.
The blight's made its way in here too.
So yeah, I assume we can like eventually carry more berries, but there are more. Hang on, it's in resources, right? Yeah, so I'm carrying more berries in my inventory, right? I have 17 out of a total of 24 that I can carry here, but then I only have 10 in the bottom left here in my, I guess, healing pouch is what it is. So that's kind of an interesting mechanic. We'll see how that plays out. And if you guys want to check out like the skill map here, this is so much more advanced than before. So like if you go in one of these, this is like crazy more complicated than how the skills worked. There's like little boosts ones like this, a passive boost skill, but then there's weapon techniques that let you do certain cool things with particular weapons. And then everything that's in the middle that, like, you see these dotted lines that have to connect to these lock symbols. So you have to get all these little boost skills to be able to unlock the Valor Surge that's in the middle here, which are like the really powerful abilities, you know. So there's a bunch of Valor Surges, and these are all the different trees. If anybody knows how to zoom out on this thing, please leave me a comment, because it's driving me nuts that I can't zoom out and like see everything all at once. I mean, I know you can see like the really basic overview out here. But I'd like to be able to see the whole skill tree, you know? So I feel like there's got to be a way to do that. I just haven't figured it out yet.
The Osram must have used explosives against the machines.
They managed to get a couple.
Oh, going this way.
Looks like there was a barricade here. Machines must have broken through. I'll keep this for later.
Guess that Osram didn't have a chance to use it. Careful. Traps ahead.
Huh. Might be able to disarm them.
Oh, this is interesting too. So if you disarm
There.
traps now,
Managed to salvage some supplies.
you see I just got some
And not blow
shards.
yourself up.
Dismantled it.
So you don't actually get the
Only
trap
had
back.
more supplies.
You just get some materials, which is interesting. I think that's kind of a better way for
Looks
that
like
to go.
another camp.
While we're here, maybe we can make some traps of our own. Might come in handy against machines.
Good idea.
So here's like some of the basic materials, resources. So just chill water and shards. Let's see if there's anything new. So this is interesting machine muscle I've noticed, and like plates of various types. So I think the
I
crafting
can use this.
system must be a lot more complicated and advanced now, which is cool. That's really exciting.
Okay.
I'm looking
Should
forward
have what I
to
need to craft a trap.
seeing how we craft different stuff. Let's see what's in this one. Just some chill water and shards. And these guys, I guarantee you these like straw men, or whatever they are, training dummies, are just like the Grazer training dummies in Horizon. I'll bet you if you do these, you unlock a trophy.
Guy.
So, I won't do them all now, but keep an eye out for these if you want to get like a platinum trophy. I haven't actually looked at the trophies yet, but it takes a lot to kill these things. But I think they're like the Grazer dummies in the first game. Last plate, machine muscle shards. Machine muscle shards. Really curious what we use machine muscle for.
Machines ahead.
Don't think they spotted us.
Oh, this is another new one.
Better scan them.
I've seen this machine before.
Scroungers.
A scrounger.
That's new to me. Let's see where its weak points are.
Maybe we should craft some traps. It could help us get by.
Oh, right. We were supposed to craft some traps. I think we have to go back down for that. Let's go back down here real quick. I think we were supposed to do that at a workbench. Oh, no. You can just do that in your
There.
inventory. I forgot.
Explosive trap made.
If anything walks into one
The
of
crafting
those,
is slower, though,
won't know what
which
to do.
I assume there's a skill to upgrade that somewhere on the skill tree, but I've definitely noticed the crafting is a lot slower for arrows and other like traps and ammos and stuff. So in the middle of combat, that's going to
Maybe we
change
could place
things.
one of those traps you made in its path.
So these guys are basically like scrappers. They're just like a different variant called scroungers, I guess, or a more advanced scrapper, basically. Scan him again real quick. I want to see which parts are removable. So key upgrade resource, the power cell. Not exactly sure what that means, but something to be aware of. Like you can scroll through all the things on here. Let's see if we can chuck a rock. How do we throw it? Alright, we're just gonna fight these guys.
We're clear.
Just 2 of them.
Let's keep going then.
I couldn't really quite figure out how you chuck a rock there. In Zero Dawn, you just held down on it. Do you just tap down on it, maybe? Oh, yeah, okay. You just tap down, and then what?
Well, they all have their secrets, but
Okay,
every
R2.
place is different.
Right big trigger. Chucks the rock. Try to remember that. Let's see what's in here. Some ancient valuables, just like the first game. Some different variant hard plates. Alright, how do we want to get up there? We have a grapple point to get up. Oh, here we go.
Whoa. That machine we saw earlier must be on the move.
Let's hope it doesn't come this way.
I'm getting rumbles in the DualSense controller. They really went in like full on into the haptic feedback for this one. So there's a lot of input you get from your controller rumble.
That's a big storm picking up out there.
Yeah. And they're getting stronger. And more frequent.
So the storms, the blighted lands, the rivers and lakes choked with algae. You were born to fix all that?
Yeah. But I can only do it if I find that backup. I think we're winding our way around to the data center. We'll need to cut through that big building on the right out there. Hey, Varl. There's data here. You scan it with your focus.
This is the first data point that I've found.
This data mentions the tech that Zenith traded with Zero Dawn.
These are just the holograms we saw before. I'm not going to stop and read all this here, but if you want to, you can pause the video.
But it doesn't explain how they got it back up.
I'll keep an eye out for more data. Let's see. Huh. A lot of glyphs. I'll tuck this away to study later.
English is glyphs to Varl. It's glyphs to a lot of people today, even, I think.
Looks like we've got to climb up.
Supplies. You do kind of have to, I've found,
This place is really falling apart.
do the pulse
Well, it is
with your
1,000 years
focus a
old.
lot. Because the climbing nodes are not always very obvious. Like, I felt like they were pretty obvious in the first game with the white, chalky, like, hand marks, but
Looks like some kind of meeting room.
now they're not quite
That
as
door on the other
obvious.
side's locked.
There's another one of those glowing things by the table.
Anzu.
The Zero Dawn terraforming system, the brainchild of Dr. Elizabeth Sobek, empowered by 9 subordinate functions, Gaia, the core of the system, is capable of advanced planetary engineering, an obvious advantage to our space colonization efforts. Operation Phase 1. Establish an asset within Project Zero Dawn. Status complete. Phase 2. The asset will secretly beamcast a complete copy of Gaia and her subordinate functions to this facility's data center. If all goes well, Zero Dawn staff will remain completely unaware of the transmission. Risks. Discovery of this operation could result in Zero Dawn withholding the already negotiated Apollo database. Special care must be taken not to alert Travis Tate, the expert hacker in charge of Hades Protocol. In addition, extreme caution must be exercised in regards to Dr. Sobek herself. As one of the world's preeminent technologists, she may have instituted unforeseen security measures. A complete assessment is attached. This concludes the executive summary.
I thought Elizabeth sent the backup here, but she didn't. Zenith stole Gaia.
Aloy? Why does that woman look like you?
It's okay, Varl. We look alike because we're the exact same. Genetically identical.
But she was one of the old ones. How can you be her?
Because I wasn't born. I was made. By a machine. It's why I'm motherless, why I was cast out as an infant.
I don't understand. What kind of machine can make a person?
Remember when I said the backup is like a set of instructions? It's more than that. It's called Gaia. And for a long time, she cared for the world until she had to destroy herself. So she made me to bring her back. I'm the only one who can. And this place is my last hope.
You once said the goddess spoke to you when you went into All-Mother Mountain. Was that this Gaia?
Yes, but she's not the goddess, Varl. There isn't one.
How can you be sure? It sounds like she anointed you with a sacred task.
I've had a lot of time to figure this out. And you will too, with the focus. But for now, the reports said they were going to store the stolen copy of Gaia in the data center. So that's where we have to go. Okay?
It's okay, Varl. I'm basically just an alien by your standards. Why does that woman look like you, Aloy?
Look at that. Aloy, over here. I found something you could use.
A weapon.
got?
Thanks, Varl.
Thanks, Varl.
We should keep moving.
After you.
Oh, that's right. We got a blast sling. Launch bombs. Frost bombs. That's good. You get frost early. Sounds like it works pretty much the same.
Down here. I think we're almost back outside.
Good. Look, that must be the machine.
Oh, baby.
It's heading in the same direction we're going.
That's the machine, all right, Varl. That is definitely the machine.
Another one of those machines. I could try with that new weapon on it.
Get hit.
I can do more damage to it while it's brittle.
It's already brittle, Aloy.
Gotcha!
Machine couldn't take the cold.
So freeze is definitely strong again. But I did notice, like, when I did that the first time too, that it's not, it like kind of builds
like we can
up.
cross over here.
Right? So like the fact that it was standing in the freeze like pool is what eventually froze it. I mean, it took on some freeze immediately when I hit it with the bomb, but it also kind of needed to stand in the pool, I think.
That big machine must have
fully
attacked
frozen.
as they tried to escape.
They didn't stand a chance.
So we'll have to play with that a little bit more, and I'll have to see kind of how, or if they've changed how freeze really works there. So that'd be kind of interesting.
So, you said this backup is the last hope.
Yeah. All those places I've been these last few months, there were supposed to be more backups. But 1,000 years ago, a guy named Ted Farrow purged them all.
Ted.
Was he part of Far Zenith too?
No. He was worse.
Ted Farrow. The root of all of my problems. Aloy's problems. I don't really know how Aloy has these leads on where backups of Gaia might be. I think that'll be really interesting to find out through the story. Like how she even found out that they might have a copy of Gaia here at Far Zenith. So we'll see. I wonder if like it's data stored inside the focuses that she's been finding, or if she found more records of things that Elizabeth said. I think I already went past where we need to go up. Yeah. Right here.
Wow. That big metal thing looks like the ship we saw back in the auditorium. Imagine going up to the stars in that.
Still way down there, Varl.
More Osram. Machines tore right through them.
These guys couldn't catch a break. Machines patrolling ahead.
We can tag them in the focus to keep track of them.
We can, or we can just deal with them. Yeah, so you see how those components on him, like his resource container, gets destroyed. But I did notice that your default arrows have more tear, so that's kind of nice. I think we'll be able to knock off machine components a little bit easier from the start, which is pretty cool. Oh, I think I have... Did I turn aim assist off? Yeah, so I have aim assist off. That's why it's tough to hit him in the eye. I'm going to leave it off, though. I eventually like to play without aim assist, so... Where'd you go?
Okay, now how to get out of here.
Oh, so here's something else I noticed, guys, is like in the first game, if I tried to heal right now while I was running, I would stop running, but you can actually heal while you run there. So that's pretty nice. That's a nice little quality of life improvement.
Machine ripped right through the wall. There's a ladder in the back.
Thanks, Varl. There's a ladder in the back.
So tell me something. Sona was really okay with you not going back to the Sacred Lands?
As the Nora war chief, she understood why I was obligated to follow you. But as my mother, she wasn't pleased.
Is she ever pleased? I don't think I've seen her smile.
Oof.
Me neither.
Burn. Sona. Smile once in a while. Going this way, I think. Yeah. And over here. Slither fangs. What do they want in that thing? Fuel?
3 of those things. And if they slaughtered all those Oseram, we'll never get through to the data center.
There's no way to slip past them. They're too tough to fight head on.
We could find a settlement. Convince some hunters to help us.
That would take weeks, and we don't have that kind of time. Maybe all we need is that shuttle to fall.
That thing? How?
We'll figure it out. Just wait here.
Yeah,
Aloy.
that's all we need, Aloy.
Trust me.
And there she goes.
Just need to get over to the shuttle to figure out how to make it fall into the basin.
That's all we have to do. All right, guys, I think that's a good place to end the first part. We will be back for part 2, and we'll go figure out how to knock this shuttle down. Okay? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.